want to talk about today is being positive. One should always be positive. One should always say positive things to one's life. One should always say positive things to one's destiny. Because our tongue holds a lot of hidden powers that we have no knowledge of. Trust me. And the moment you begin to say negative things to your life, negative things equals evil things. And the moment you begin to invite evil spirits into your life, they will answer. Yes, because these evil spirits, they have nowhere to go to. They have nothing to do. They have no house to live. So they are looking for where to come and live, where to come and dwell. And the moment you begin to invite them into your life, they will take over your life. And that's why a lot of people, I'm not saying like people go into depression for certain reasons, but when you get into depression, because okay, I don't want to say everybody must have been depressed at a point in their life, but I'm gonna say like let's say 90% of people have been depressed at one point in their life due to certain reasons. I have experienced that, but I've come out of it. But a lot of people have been there and they never got out, and it took their life. So that is how powerful all these things are. See, whether you like it or not, or whether you believe or not, I know there might be people who do not believe in spirituality, watching this video. But to those who are, to those who believe in these things, there are powers that hold this world together. There's power to do good. There's power to do evil. So the moment you begin to invite the negative ones, the evil ones into your life, they will answer. But if you begin to say positive things to yourself, they will come. Positive things will come. Because what you say with your tongue is what you want in your life. Is what you want to happen. What you want to happen. Okay, if you want to live a flamboyant life, if you want to have a big house, this and that, if you say these things, it's gonna happen. It might only take time, and it takes a lot of effort, because you don't just say positive things. You have to work towards your goal. It's not just you saying positive things and relaxing and playing video games on your couch all day long. No, that's not how it works. Say positive things, work towards it, and wait. Okay, it's not going to happen instantly, but it will definitely happen. Do you understand? So when you wake up every day, pronounce positive things into your life. Invite the positive spirit, the good spirit that holds this all together. Invite them on your journey every day, every day, every day. Okay? It is not easy getting there mentally, because there are a lot of troubles in this world. Okay? Like many people are going through different things, different unimaginable situations that when you even hear it, you'll be like, what is this thing happening to somebody? But at the end of the day, you do not have power to change these things. So the moment you begin to think about it, the moment you begin to let it get you depressed, you will get lost into that depression finally, that it will be very hard for you to come out. So since you have no power to change these things, what could be the worst that could happen? Okay, the worst has already happened. So you've already fallen. You've already fallen in the gutter. Do you want to remain in the gutter and lie down there? Do you want to spend the rest of your life in that gutter? No, the gutter is not a pleasant place for you to be in. So you have to get up. You have to get up and move on with yourself. Okay? Just be positive. Okay? Even while you have a lot of injury after falling into the gutter, there's a whole lot of injury on your leg, on your hands, still be positive that I'm gonna make it. I am not gonna die from these injuries. Okay? It's not easy, getting there mentally, but guess what? Nobody's coming to help you. Nobody's coming to help you to be positive. You have to be the one to do it yourself. Nobody's going to help you to be positive or say positive things to your life. Even if your pastor prays for you that you will make it, if you don't believe that you will make it, you can never make it. Even if your parents pray for you, because they say that the prayers of our parents go a long way in our lives. Even if your parents pray for you, if you do not believe that it will work, it will never work. That's just how it is. So you have to be the one to do the work, most of the work yourself. Okay? Get into your head. It's just a switch from thinking evil to thinking good. Okay? It is so easy and comfortable to think the worst. That's the funniest part of it all. It's so easy to think evil things. How is this illness gonna take my life? Will I ever get to my dreamland? Will I ever make it in life? Will I ever have a happy home? Will this marriage not fall apart? It is so easy to think all these things, but it is hard to think positive things because at that moment you're not seeing any way out. But the moment you begin to practice it, little by little and little by little, everything becomes to get clearer little by little and little by little, because at that time your brain is settling. You're allowing your brain to settle and think properly and work properly. So every morning you should always say to yourself, I will make it. I will get the help that I need. I will get connected to the people that will help me get to where I want to get to. My business will not fall apart. My marriage will work. I will not marry wrong. This sickness will not get the best of me. This sickness will not see my hand. Say positive things to yourself. Before you go to bed in the night, make sure that your tongue is the last thing you use. Let it not be your phone. Let it be your tongue of you saying positive things to your destiny and sleep with it. When you wake up, let your tongue be the first thing that you make use of when you wake up. Let it be the first thing to say positive things into your life. So even when you get on with your day, and somebody somewhere, you encounter somebody somewhere, and the person is trying to say negative things to your life. But because you've already said positive things to your life, that means you've already blocked any way that negativity could come into your life for that day. You've already blocked it. So no matter the negative things that other people are saying to you that particular day, it is never gonna work, because you've already used your tongue to pronounce success into your life, into your destiny. That's just it. Because I remember when my dad was sick, I was still in the university at the time, I don't know what happened that period. That particular day, I had a dream that my father was dead in my dream. So I woke up crying from my dream. Okay? Like, I'm not saying like I'm just the dreamer, but like this is what actually happened. Like, I woke up crying from my dream. And I and my father, I don't really call my father all the time, but we're cool, yeah. We'll talk when we need to, because he's a very busy person, so we don't call all the time. So immediately when I woke up from that dream, I told my mom, and then I called him immediately, because I know that my father has always been battling with this illness for a very long time, for over 10 years. So he's been scared of, operation. So he doesn't want to go through all those things, because he's been scared that operation is always 50-50. You never know what can happen. Do you understand? Anything could go wrong. So that was his fear. So that day I called him and I asked him how he was feeling. His voice alone told me everything that was happening, because the sickness was he was eating, the food was coming back out. He was drinking water, the food was coming back out. So there was this giant thing in his chest or in his lung. I can't really remember the position it was. So they had to go through, open his back and cut off that thing. It was as big as this when I saw it on the phone, after the operation. So at that time, even with that dream that I had, the first thing that came to my mind was fear. I was scared that is this man gonna make it? But immediately when I remember that, no, I don't want to think anything negative to this man, because at this moment, if I'm thinking negative things, if I'm being negative, it might definitely affect it. So I have to be positive at this time. So I became I just knocked off that spirit of negativity. I don't even know where the strength came from. I just knocked it off. Even before they did the operation, I had this joy in my heart that I was gonna say my father, he will unheart it again. Like, I had so much joy that I was gonna see my father and be happy again, and we're gonna, like, everything is gonna be perfect. And guess what? Everything was perfect because I was positive all the way, and it really helped me. So ever since that time, like, I kept on that spirit. Like, no matter what I'm going through, I always make sure I keep the spirit of being positive. Like, I've been into many situations that, like, a lot could have happened, like a lot could have gone wrong, but I remember that no, my tongue holds a lot of power, and the things I say to myself is what I want to happen. So I don't want anything bad to happen to me. I don't want anything negative to happen to my life. I just want everything to work out fine, and I remove my mind from it. Because you see, tell you one trick about it. When you begin to say all these positive things to yourself, like daily, like, it's not a day job. Oh. It's not a day job. It has to be daily, every day, every day. I know it's not easy because there's so many troubles in this world. Like, everything could be fine one day, and then the next minute everything has gone wrong. That is how funny life is. Okay? Like, but the thing is, you have no power to change these things. The things that happen to us, we have no power to change them. So that's why we don't have a choice but to stay positive at the end of the day, because your worrying can never change what has happened. Your worry can never undo what has been done. So you see, so that's why one has to be very positive. So like I was saying, like, when I was like if you have to, like, I got lost along the way because I was thinking about something. But regardless, always be positive at all times. It's not a day journey. It's gonna take time for you to master the art of being positive, but just do it. Keep doing it, and one day you feel like, there's this feeling when you think positive and you just get on with your day. There's this feeling in your stomach, because there's always this tightness in your stomach when you're scared, when you're thinking, like, when you're just worried that something might go wrong about whatever you're going through. There's always this tightness in your stomach that you're feeling. But the moment you begin to think positive things, that tightness begins to loosen up. That tightness begins to, like, you begin to feel some sort of relief. Like, your stomach begins to loosen up, and you begin to feel free, because that tightness represents fear. And when you feed into it, and you feed into your fear, you get that tightness into in your stomach every day, all day. That tightness is there, like, all day. Like, it's just gonna be there permanently. And what I hate most is, I hate that tightness. I hate it so much because it's so uncomfortable. What I notice is, the moment I started becoming so positive and thinking positive, like, when I think about being positive, and I think, like, and I'm like, you know what, this sickness is not going to, I'm not going to die from this sickness. I'm going to overcome this thing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be, I will be where I want to be. I just feel some sort of relief. That tightness just disappears all of a sudden. So when you begin to practice this, you notice that tightness begins to disappear, like, little by little. I'm not saying like it's going to disappear at one, but little by little. So one should always be positive. Like, that's the best thing you can do for your life. That's just it.